Hello there friends, I am T and welcome to my first ever video in Labo, and today I'm gonna show you guys how I prepare my Murashige and Skoog media in plant tissue culture. So this is how I made them. So I have the regular sugar, I have the vitamin, micronutrient, macronutrient, ethylene diamine tetracetic acid, and the hormones, benzoylaminoprins and naphthalene acetic acid. First thing first, I'm measuring the sucrose. I don't have sucrose, so I use regular sugar. Next, I am adjusting the level of magnetic stirrer, and then I put my sugar in the distilled water. You cannot use tap water because it's not safe in making media. Oh, and don't forget to clean out the container with distilled water to prevent from losing any amount of sugar. Anyway, I am preparing 6 liters of media, so the amount of I put in this beaker is much higher than a liter. So after the sugar have been melted, it's time for the macronutrient. I'm using 300 ml of macro for 6 liters of media. If you make media of a liter, I recommend using 50 ml of macronutrient. Don't forget to clean out the cylinder using distilled water to prevent from losing any amount of macronutrient. After macronutrient, it's time for micronutrient. For micronutrient, I'm using 30 ml for 6 liters of media. But if you wish to make a liter of media, you should use 5 ml of it. And don't forget to clean out. Once again, clean out the cylinder. Next, I am pouring the ethylene diamine tetracetic acid, known as EDTA, the same amount of micronutrient that I am using. After that, it's time for vitamin. For vitamin, I am using the same amount of micronutrient and ethylene diamine tetracetic acid. For the last solutions is hormone. I'm using 1000 microliter pipette for the hormone. First, I'm using benzoylaminopurin, known as BAP. So I'm using 6 ml for 6 liters of media because 4 mg equal a milliliter of a liter of media. So 1000 of microliter pipette equal a milliliter, so I'm using like 6 times in a row. After benzoylaminopurin, now it's time for naphthalene acetic acid, known as NaA. I'm using the same pipette, but for naphthalene acetic acid, I only use like 1.5 milliliter because it requires only a quarter for a liter of media. Now it's time for pH measuring. In this case, it's really necessary because if the pH is really high, that means the plants cannot grow well, or maybe the pH is pretty low. It will affect to the plant as well. Now the pH is decreasing, so it's going to be acid. Now the pH is a bit lower, so that means it is acid. So to fix it, I will need add the base into this solution. Now for the adding base, I am using pipette of 200 microliter. Anyway, you will need 5.7 for the pH. And now I am in the progress, and it keeps increasing, so I'm just gonna wait. After pH, now it's time for agar. The agar, the solution needs to be hot in order to melt, so I'm using cooking pot. The amount of agar I'm using is 24 grams per 6 liter, so 4 grams per liter. And finally, it is ready to be in the transparent, and I have transferred. Next, the media need to be sterilized in an autoclave 421 degrees Celsius for 15 minutes. And boom, the media is ready. Thank you for watching. Bye.